Hello and welcome to VGC at Summer Game Fest 2024. I am Jordan and I'm at Summer Game Fest 2024. More specifically, I'm in my hotel ahead of Summer Game Fest 2024 with some predictions for Summer Game Fest 2024. That's all the branding out of the way. I asked on Twitter for some predictions and I thought I'd give some of my own too. You may notice that Tony Hawk's Underground 2 is playing behind me. That is not related to my predictions, but I couldn't really think of anything to put on the background that wasn't me just giving hints to what I already know will be there. So, Tony Hawk's Underground 2. So, it's an interesting time to do a predictions video for Summer Game Fest because one Jeff Keighley has been out there saying that it's been a bit of a quiet year and there's no one more thing, and you can take that as there is in fact no one more thing, or you can take that as Jeff's trying to pull a fast one and it's going to end in Kingdom Hearts 4, which would be a tragedy for all of us, but I have seen some chat about that, specifically when he was asked about it. The fact that he responded made me think he's responding to throw people off, but also if you were going to try and throw people off, wouldn't you just not respond? I don't know, it's confusing. So we're also in the midst of rumour and leak season, so the thing about Dragon Age's name changing, which I'd also heard, makes me think that Dragon Age is almost certainly going to be at the show, which makes sense. It's time for us to see more of that. So that'll be an interesting one. Massive bloody helicopter just came absolutely skating around the side of the hotel there. That was absolutely terrifying. Dragon Age, I would say, is a lock. Also, Remedy out here teasing Alan Wake DLC. I'd say that's also a lock. That's practically announced at this point. As the biggest Alan Wake 2 fanboy going, I am very much looking forward to that. What else? EA not being here makes me think that we might get... Well, EA not having their own conference, which I think they should do again, for the record. I think it's a bit of a shame that they don't. 50 minutes to Pele, etc. But I think we might see something like a Skate release date. This is not me being in the know, despite posting that Skate thing the other day. I have some idea about Skate. Don't know when that's going to come out, but... certainly haven't been clued up about anything like that, so I could see Skate potentially being present. I'm also... Okay, full disclosure. Obviously, we're here for Summer Game Fest, and thus we've booked many appointments for things that are happening at Summer Game Fest, so I'm specifically not referring to any of those. However, we all saw that Lego Horizon stuff floating about. I think it's pretty much a lock to be here. I wonder who's developing that, because I don't think it's Guerrilla. I think it's someone else. I think it might be a British studio. Anyway, I'd say put your money on that. The Horizon remaster that we reported on a long time ago, maybe we see that. What the hell's happening with that Horizon multiplayer game? It's the Herman Hulst era. It's Horizon all the time. What else? What else do I think could be at the show? Obviously all Xbox's stuff is on Sunday. Maybe they do one Xbox thing at the show just to be like, hello, remember? Or they just do like a little Call of Duty thing that's like, oh, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, come and see us on Sunday, you mug. I'm not going to say the C word because we're in America. You know what I'll do? I'll consult the list. I asked people to send me their predictions, and they did in their droves. So let's have a look here. Peep my little Pachita sticker. Thank you to my wonderful partner for getting me that. Okay. Jack Coleman says it's Dragon Age Summer. I believe that it is Dragon Age Summer, so maybe see that. Harry Mitchell puts the exclamation mark. The bring. I think we'll see that. I don't think it'll be at Summer Game Fest, but we'll see. Danielle Partis says 40 Winks remaster, and considering she works for Xbox, I assume that's confirmation at this point. Zombie Grim says Elder Scrolls 6 at the end of the showcase. Now, not to go all wonky donkey on you, but I asked specifically for predictions for the Friday show, and that is a prediction for the Xbox show. We will do a different video for that, or it'll come up in a podcast or something like that. But no, they're not going to talk about Elder Scrolls. Come on now. When they announced Elder Scrolls, it wasn't even a game. It was a screensaver. That game is that. Maybe you see that next year. Maybe. But that game is. That game's in Paisley at the minute. Astrobot Knack World Premiere. That's from Yurge Cruz Alvarez. Unlikely. How good does Astrobot look though? Let's not go on about it too much. Lee says Borderlands 4 announced. So this is referring to the 2K announcement that's set to take place this weekend, and there are a few things that it could be. So obviously Borderlands 4 is a possibility. They are doing a Borderlands 4. They've said as much, but it was also kind of known. They're showing clips from the Borderlands movie, which is still a thing during the IGN Festival of Fun. So maybe they do Borderlands here. Maybe that's the big closer. However, it could be BioShock. I don't think it's BioShock, because the last I heard about BioShock is that game is not in a great state, which is a shame. All my info on BioShock is probably like a couple of years out of date at this point, but it seemed pretty cool, you know, like snowy setting, like things like that. It all seemed decent, but it's gone so quiet that it's impossible to know. We'll probably get a remake of the first game before we get that new one. What else is on the 2K docket? This doesn't refer to sports as far as I'm aware, so it won't be 2K Goal, which is the Lego football game that they're making. Although you can maybe see that would maybe get announced here, but it wouldn't be the big thing they're referring to. The next Civilization game has been spoken about. Civ 7, as if you're so inclined. There's also there's chat about XCOM, but I think it's a bit early. I know Jake Solomon is no longer there, but XCOM things could be happening. My prediction was initially that it would just be Civ, but people are claiming Borderlands, people are claiming other things. I'm not going to put my money on it, but I would maybe think it's not Borderlands from what I understand, but that's just on the wind. That's not reportable, because if it was, it'd be on VGC. Next up, Spider-Man 2 DLC or Horizon Lego game Suikoden Remastered release date. I could see the Suikoden thing happening. That's not really my bag, but sure. Spider-Man 2 DLC. We're obviously in a weird situation where we kind of know a rough estimate of what they expect to put out over the next little while. So that reads maybe Game Awards to me. But they do strange things. If you remember, I think it was last year that they did The Last of Us Part 1 announcement during a Jeff Fest. Might have been Summer Game Fest, but it appeared on the PlayStation Direct store early. So maybe Spider-Man 2 DLC, like that the standalone game that was referenced. That'd be cool. Horizon Lego game. Yeah, I think that's pretty certain at this point. Michael says, something absolutely mad and ill-advised from Sega. Well, they're making another Sonic game, so they've got that kind of on lock. They've got Metaphor. I still feel like Persona 6 might be somewhere, but my hopes of that were somewhat dashed earlier today. I initially thought it'd be Xbox, but it's seemingly not there. But yeah, even talking about Persona 6 isn't ill-advised. It's time to talk about Persona 6. Maybe a new Metaphor trailer that's coming this year, so perhaps. Dot Sider says, Keighley will be rocking a terrible sneaker suit combo. Jeff Keighley wears good sneakers, okay? He has a great sneaker game. I'll defend that to the hilt. Say what you want about him. He's got good shoes. He can afford good shoes. I certainly cannot. Ray says, boring, another Death Stranding trailer with a surprise actor reveal. Is Kojima in town? I mean, could be. He had like dinner with Herman Hulse recently, so maybe, but that's a next year game, so I think maybe Game Awards for a release date. Maybe they do like a little trailer. What I don't think you get is I don't think you hear anything about that Xbox game from Kojima. Yeah, maybe. A dream review would be further reviews encompassing the world that Sega is doing with all those new games and old franchises. The Chris Scullion lot, I did wonder about those, but I've not heard anything about them apart from stuff that was reported a little while ago, so I don't think they're here, but that would be cool. I'd like a new Crazy Taxi. Ricardo Diaz actually reminds me that the 2K thing could be Mafia 4, because that is happening and that is due to be announced, but yeah, it was actually clever of 2K to do this, because there is so much that it could be, because we're waiting on a lot of different kind of big tentpole franchises for them, so could be Mafia. I feel like Polygon or Kotaku, sorry, one of you American lot reported that it was close, or was it in trouble? I can't remember, but yeah, Mafia 4 is in the ether. I wouldn't predict that one. Emmett Watkin with another Xbox prediction that back compact games, specifically from Activision Blizzard, will be coming to Game Pass. I think the ones that they can license, yeah, probably, why not? But the problem is Activision made a lot of movie games, so it probably won't be a big boon. Like, you're not going to get like the Neversoft, you're not going to get the Spider-Man games, you're probably not going to get the old Tony Hawk games because of the music. Oh, that wasn't even meant! Oh, I'm a genius. And also the Tony Hawk games, you'd have to relicense all the skaters, and if they were going to do that, you would probably just do a new Tony Hawk game. So Sean says Silk Song never coming out. I don't know, says probably no Halo this week. Yeah, no Halo. One Xbox, two, no Halo. Tom says give the people what they want, reveal the next BioShock. I don't think so, probably not this time. Nathan says Dragon Age has to be there. Yep. That's one Jeffrey Grubb seems to say as much. And the thing about the name, I'd heard similar. Some third tier PlayStation thing. Do you count Horizon Lego as a third tier PlayStation thing? I count that as that's like a second tier PlayStation thing, because it's their highest franchise. It's like a top tier logo franchise that's been Legofied. I'd love someone to explain to me the beef that people have with Horizon, because I liked both those games. Like, the first one's fine, the second one's a lot better. It's like Assassin's Creed 1 and 2. But people just, for some reason you say Horizon, people get really vexed about it. Not sure. Goman says Lies of P DLC review. Maybe. Not sure. I enjoyed Lies of P, didn't end up reviewing it, but I played a decent amount of it. But it's gained kind of like a lot of momentum in the time since. I saw an absolutely mental Twitter thread that was like, oh, if Lies of P was developed by From Software, it would have been a Game of the Year contender. And it's like, no, it wouldn't, but it's still good. Don't let absolutely crazy things like that deter you from the fact that that's still a good game. And finally, Gavin says, all of you will go to that fucking Bronco bar on the strip at least once, despite promising yourself you won't. That has nothing to do with me. I will follow Andy Robinson until the end. Until the end of this video. Anyway, let me know your predictions in the comments below. VGC will be covering all of Summer Game Fest, including the conferences, including some hands-on and some interviews from the weekend with some games that we can't talk about yet, but are exciting. If you have a prediction that I've not thought about, be sure to tweet me at Jordan Midler, tweet at VGC_news. Until next time, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you later.